Liverpool versus Wrexham last night. I'm just giving my thoughts, Overall, I thought it was a pretty boring game, to be honest with you. I wasn't enjoying watching it. I enjoyed the first 20 minutes. I think we started really well. We were intense. Press was good. We were quick, but not rushed back to front. I think Josh Abe had a good chance early on. Harvey Elliott had a couple of nice touches in there. Obviously, he played the ball to Josh Abe. And it looked like Areola's system was just beginning to shine through just the way we wanted it to. And I was enjoying it. But then after sort of 15, 20 minutes, we just dropped off. We were a bit slower, we were a bit scrappier. And I know it's pre-season and this is a bit of a, we don't have a lot of the first team players out there. But I still expected a little bit better. I feel like what caught my eye was the way we pressed directly after losing it. I think that was good. There was a moment, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Soboslai, who there was a bit of a scrap over here and he lost it. And then him and Scanlon and Kirkes and I think maybe Kumas or Elliott, whoever was out here on this left-hand side, we were straight in there. It was a good press. That I enjoyed. However, as the game went on, it just kind of dragged out. This was the 11. I thought Mamadashvili, he's fine, didn't have much to do. Calvin Ramsey I thought was decent. Mukwe, another great performance from him. Luke Chambers, didn't do much, but again, solid. Kept a clean sheet. Kirkes, again, fine. Maybe one or two crosses in there caused a little bit of trouble, but not much. Defensively, he wasn't bad. Soboslai, you could tell he was the best player on the pitch, but no, defying moment. Maione was exceptional. I think he's ready for the Premier League. Maybe not starting every week, but certainly having way more of an impact than he did last season. I was impressed by the front four, Josh Abe looked lively, quick. Harvey Elliott, a couple of nice touches in there. Scanlon again, he's surprised me this preseason. He's been good, he's been quick, he's been direct. Again, Louis Kumas, again, good, similar, maybe not quite as good as the first game, but still think he had a good impact. One of the issues, though, I think, apart from obviously a bit of a drop off, we weren't defending crosses at all. I know we didn't concede from it, but against better opposition who maybe like to play the ball into the box, I think we might struggle. However, it is difficult to tell when out of our back four, realistically, only one of them is going to start in the Premier League this season. So I think we just have to wait and see. I don't think it's a system thing. Kirkes needs to improve in the air. That was obvious last season. He needs to improve at defending the cross. I can't remember who we were playing, but we conceded last minute and we lost. It was his fault from the cross because he was just kind of behind the guy. I don't know how to explain it, but he wasn't goal side. He wasn't up for the header. He just kind of let him go. And then there was a moment in the first half where it came to him and Dukwe, I think it was a free kick, and Dukwe couldn't quite get there, even jumping. And then Kirkes just kind of turned his back and tried to almost flick it away with his heel. So the main issue, I think, is issues defending the cross. But look, it could always be worse. We won in the end. I don't really think we created that many clear-cut chances. I think that says it all for the first half. If I bring in the players playing in the second half just now, we had Jeremy Frimpong. Ndukwe played the whole game, I want to say. Moranjai, Chiesa was ill, Xhaka injured, Leone injured, Harvey Davis came on, Simi came on, Engamo off the right, which I'll speak on in a minute because a lot of people will not share my view. Jones came on at half, Sonny Lambie came on, McConnell came on, and Morrison came on. I'll touch on the wingers first of all. Ariel has swapped the wings. I don't think it's got anything to do with Kieran Morrison. I think it's purely because if we sign Barcola, he would want to utilise Engamoa on the right. It's looking more and more likely we will sign Barcola. I hate this. I hate it, and I would hate to see it happen. Not just because Engamoa is 5 times the player on the right, 5 times the player on the left than he is on the right. I think systematically it doesn't work with Jeremy Frimpong because they both want to be here. Jeremy Frimpong wants to get it on the overlap. Engamoa wants to get it to his feet and take a guy on. Whereas I genuinely think if Kieran Morrison plays there in that second half, still playing that kind of inverted forward role, it just gives Frimpong so much more space. And I think we struggled a little bit with the 3-back. With there was times in the second half, let me swap the wingers back, where Kieran Morrison was almost playing left back. But I don't think that's an issue we'll have to worry about too much in the league. So obviously 3-back is not many people do it. Sorry. Yeah, obviously Rio got the goal, bit of luck. I think he just looked a little, because I think the joy or the beauty of him being on this side is, objectively, it is easier to shoot with your stronger foot than cross with your weaker foot. Because with a cross, you don't necessarily need as much accuracy, as much power. You just need to get it in the box. Whereas with a shot, you need power, accuracy, the lot. And if he's playing on this left-hand side, on this right-hand side, sorry, I get myself confused. He goes in on his left foot. He's just not, unless he massively improves his weak foot over the course of the season, he's not going to get an opportunity to get a shot away. So it's going to be constant down this side. Whereas when he's over on this side, shall I move my face cam out of the way? Oh, that's not right. There we go. Move myself over here. And he's... Anyway, if he's over here, he can go either way. And I think he can just so much easily go either way. And he's played his whole career at left wing. I genuinely think it would be a shame to force him out to this right-hand side just because we've bought in a guy more expensive and a better footballer than him right now. Do I think that Engamo will be better than Barcola one day? That's difficult to say. He's 17 years of age. Barcola's 23. They've both still got so much of their career ahead of them. But I think if you shift him to that right-hand side, none of the best wingers in the world have ever been right-footed on the right, if my memory serves me correctly. But that's a little bit of a rant about Engamoa. I was thinking Kieran Morrison didn't really get involved. Will Wright again. The press was a little bit weird. It was when Soboslai was on. We weren't really pressing that high up. We were almost sat back in just a flat 4 across the top, and no one was taking that step up to really put pressure on the centre backs in that second half. I think there's a lot of reasons for the scrappy performance. I think the pitch was awful. The camera angle was annoying me for that first 15 minutes. But that's what happens when you play in a baseball stadium for whatever reason. But no. Who else played? Sonny Lambie didn't do much, but again, good to get some minutes in. McConnell, quiet. Jones. I touched on Jones's argument with Tsimikas was there, Soboslai involved, Frimpong involved. I don't know whether there's a lot of ways you could perceive it, and I don't actually think he's come out and said anything, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's like I don't know whether it's passion or he's annoyed, like he doesn't want to be there. I would have thought this system suited him quite nicely as the 6. And if he's a fan of the club, you'd expect him to want to be there, which makes me think it's nothing more than passion in a game that maybe doesn't require it. I think, especially next week or Sunday, I was actually surprised that Isak, Wits and Gravenberch didn't travel to New York and get a half hour at the end, but it probably means they'll 100% play a half, maybe even an hour against Leeds. I think where we'll really be able to break down the system and see if it's having an effect is the Monaco game and the Como game, the 2 at Anfield, when we hopefully should have everyone back, bar maybe Munoz and McAllister. However, for now, think it's clear that this group of players is never going to play together again, I don't think, until maybe next pre-season. I think it's clear they're not really, like, the system isn't working well for them as a team. And that doesn't mean I don't think it'll work with the season coming. I just think it's difficult to tell at the moment without so many first team players. And that's so many first team players because of the World Cup, and that's also so little first team players because of the World Cup, but also because we still need signings. And right now I'm seeing Barkle of this, Barkle of that, and I'm sat wondering, Adam Wharton this, Adam Wharton that, Lamine Kamara that, Lamine Kamara that, Malik Fofana this, Malik Fofana that. Where is it? Livramento, centre back, any centre back, just sign a centre back. Ejri Konza, please, someone. But look, there's not too much to cry about, but there's also not too much to celebrate about. And in saying that, I think I'll leave it there for today. If you have enjoyed, I do urge you to like and subscribe. Please, it does help me out. And I'll see you in the next one. What will the next one be? Should I check my list of video ideas? Oh, I could do a video on Florian Wirtz. I've got it. Stay tuned in a couple days and I'll show you my ideal starting 11 for game week 1, Newcastle away. And I hope you have enjoyed this one. I hope you come for that one. And I will see you guys in the next one.